All right, well, this is my first video. I'm a little bit awkward. Never really filmed any videos of myself before, but I wanted to kind of just document my Japanese learning progress. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. So, little preface as to why Japanese. I mean, I think it's a uh, pretty common thing for, most people my age to have grown up watching anime and really getting attached to it and really liking the way that the language sounds. So, I mean, not too deep of a reason, but um, yeah, I just think it sounds cool. I want to, and oh, I do have a Japan visit in about 2 years I have planned. So I really want to learn the language and be able to speak with the people there. Uh, I do have some notes, but let's see. So yeah, I do want to say this is my third time learning Japanese. So the first two times weren't anything crazy. I'd say the first time I got through the Tongo N5 deck, and or maybe not even all the way. And I did pretty much no immersion at all. I did very little of listening, but pretty much no active immersion. Maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 episodes of Shirokuma Cafe, but nothing really crazy. And the second time wasn't much better. Although I did do, it's a Wanikani deck. So, it's like a RRTK, I believe. It's about the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. So the second time I did redo the Tongo N5 deck, and I got through about halfway the Tongo N4 deck, as well as like around halfway of that RTK deck. But again, very little immersion. Why did I give up the first two times? I mean, I want to say it was time, but it was more consistency than anything. Just because I used to work a job where you were on call, hours weren't set. So, some days you would just get home super late and you wouldn't want to do Anki. And, those times when the reviews would just pile on, I didn't, I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. It just felt like it got to too much. Although right now, I actually decided to go to college. So I have a lot more free time. My schedule's a lot more consistent. So I think it's going to be a lot easier for me to stay on track this time. So right now the Anki decks that I'm doing are the Kaishi 1.5K, which I have found to be pretty helpful. I already know a good amount of the words that are in there so far. I think I'm somewhere around 600 to 800 words in. I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like a pretty good deck. And then alongside that, I'm doing the Wanikani deck again, just so that I can really differentiate the kanji. I try to do my own little sentence mining on my iPhone, which was a dumb idea, but I remember I started doing a couple words on there that I found interesting in the media I was consuming, but I couldn't remember the kanji. They just seemed like I just couldn't put any pattern to them, and I would of course not be able to recall the words even after seeing them many times. So that's when I figured I really have to redo the Wanikani deck and just you know I feel like having the English translation for it does help a lot, and plus you're differentiating them. I think that's the most important part, is being able to differentiate the kanji, because if not, I mean, at first they do kind of just look like a whole bunch of lines. um so yeah, and besides that, I am trying to do as much immersion as I can. I have been tracking my time, and I think for 1 month, I am somewhere around 80 hours. Although I didn't start tracking till like maybe a week, a week or two after I started doing the Anki. So yeah, it's like maybe 3 weeks of tracking. I had Thanksgiving break, and I thought I was gonna have a lot more time to do immersion, but with everyone being home and my schedule just being thrown around all over the place, it was I actually had a lot less time to do immersion than I had thought. Besides that, for my current approach, I'm not reading right now, and I don't plan on reading for, I would say, at least 6 months. You know, I am, of course, watching anime with subtitles, so many people will consider that a reading activity, and I do agree. But I don't want to do any dedicated reading with no audio. I don't care that much about accent and, you know, pitch accent or whatever, but I do care about it to some extent. Because, you know, if it is like a lifelong thing, I don't want to rush into it and build a bad accent at first. So that's why I don't really plan on doing any straight up reading in the first 6 months. I'm just gonna, you know, watch anime and listen to podcasts, which I've been doing a lot of passive listening. Um, yeah, passive listening is definitely really helpful. I try to do as much as I can, but sometimes, like, you know, when you just don't understand a few words, your whole flow just gets thrown off, and it just turns into white noise sometimes. So it's kind of hard to track those hours, but I don't know. I haven't really seen many people discuss that because, you know, some people, you know, age at, they'll be listening, you know, every single second that they have free. But I mean, I'm a person too. I like to have my own thoughts. I don't know how people can truly just listen to that all the time. Or, I mean, I guess the point of it is to just have it available all the time. So what's my current level at right now? I can understand a couple phrases in some slice of life anime. For example, with like Shirokuma Cafe, with Yomitan, you know, if I look up the words, I understand the plot. It's nothing crazy. And, you know, there are some phrases, there's even like some minutes where I can understand pretty much everything that's said, and it feels great. But there are other times, of course, some vocabulary that you just don't know and feels like you just don't know anything at all. But overall, with a very simple slice of life, I can keep up with lookups. Um, but yeah, as for my goals for the next, I guess I'm probably going to do a 3-month update. So within that time, I want to finish Takaishi 1.5K as well as the Wanikani deck. And then after that, I want to move on to Take Him. I'm not doing the grammar just yet, just because I feel with, you know, the Kaishi, Wanikani, and then doing Take Him all at once, it's a little much. So once I'm done with the Wanikani deck, I'm gonna move on to Take Him. And I also want to have some vocab before I go into the grammar. But yeah, that's really about it. Yeah, so I'll probably do another update at the 3-month mark. Not sure if anyone's really gonna see this. If anything, I just want it as a you know, for myself to track my milestones and hopefully stay consistent this time around, which I think I will. But anyways, thank you guys. Bye.